Gangs, drugs, guns, these are the realities for many living in rundown neighborhoods. Violence becomes a part of life, it casts a long shadow over their lives. Fear is a constant companion, hope can feel like a distant dream. This essay explores the impact of these issues on communities. We will focus on Richmond, Virginia. This city has struggled with gun violence for years. We will examine the efforts to combat this problem. We will also hear from the people most affected, the residents. The fight against gun violence is complex. There are no easy answers, but by understanding the challenges, we can start to find solutions. We must listen to the voices of those living in these communities. Their experiences can guide us toward a safer future. Rundown neighborhoods often face a cycle of poverty and violence. Limited opportunities and systemic inequalities create an environment where crime can flourish. Gangs offer a sense of belonging and power, luring young people into dangerous lifestyles. Drugs fuel violence, creating a black market where disputes are often settled with bullets. The presence of guns in these communities exacerbates the problem. Easy access to firearms turns arguments and disagreements into deadly confrontations. The sound of gunshots becomes a grim soundtrack to daily life. Residents live in fear, constantly on edge. They worry for their safety and the safety of their loved ones. The cycle of violence can feel inescapable. It traps communities in a web of fear and despair. But amidst the struggle, there are glimmers of hope. Community activists and residents are working tirelessly to break the cycle. They are fighting for a better future for themselves and their children. Richmond, Virginia, is a city grappling with the complex issue of gun violence. Like many other cities across America, Richmond has seen its share of tragedy. The roots of the problem run deep, intertwined with poverty, inequality, and a lack of opportunity. In recent years, Richmond has experienced both progress and setbacks in its fight against gun violence. The city has implemented various initiatives aimed at curbing the violence and addressing its underlying causes. Community programs, youth outreach, and law enforcement efforts have all been part of the city's multifaceted approach. However, the problem persists, and gun violence continues to plague Richmond's streets. The city has seen a concerning number of shootings, leaving residents on edge and demanding action. The struggle to find effective solutions is ongoing, with city officials, community leaders, and residents all searching for answers. October 2024 will be etched in the memory of Richmond residents as a month marred by gun violence. A series of shootings rocked the city, shattering any illusion of safety and leaving a community reeling. The violence claimed the lives of young people, leaving families devastated and a city heartbroken. On October 21, 2024, 19-year-old Samir Mejia Zelaya became another victim of gun violence. He was shot and killed on Hull Street Road. 2 others were injured in the same incident. That same day, 2 additional shootings occurred on Stockton Street and Ford Avenue, leaving more people injured. These tragic events shook the community to its core. They served as a stark reminder of the urgent need for action. The shootings sparked outrage and calls for change. Residents demanded solutions from their leaders. They wanted to know how to stop the violence that was tearing their community apart. Section 5. Group Violence Intervention, a Beacon of Hope. In the wake of continued gun violence, the city of Richmond has turned to a new strategy, Group Violence Intervention, or GVI. GVI is a focused deterrence approach that aims to reduce violence by directly engaging with those most likely to be involved in it. It's based on the premise that a small number of individuals are responsible for a disproportionate amount of violence. GVI involves a collaborative effort between law enforcement, social service providers, and community members. The program identifies individuals at high risk of either committing or becoming victims of gun violence. These individuals are then offered a choice: accept support and resources to turn their lives around or face the full force of law enforcement. The program's success hinges on building trust and offering genuine opportunities. It is not simply about punishment, but about providing individuals with the tools and support they need to choose a different path. GVI has been implemented in cities across the country with varying degrees of success. Its effectiveness in Richmond remains to be seen. Section 6. Voices from the Community, a Spectrum of Perspectives. The implementation of GVI in Richmond has sparked debate and a range of perspectives from community members. Some residents, like Pastor Hodge, believe that the city's focus should be on addressing the needs of adults involved in crime and gangs. They argue that existing programs primarily target youth, leaving a gap in support for those most likely to commit violence. Others, like community activist Charles Willis, emphasize the importance of community involvement and violence prevention education. They believe that empowering residents to be part of the solution is critical. They call for increased funding for programs that promote conflict resolution, de-escalation techniques, and positive alternatives to violence. The debate over GVI highlights the complexity of the issue and the need for a multifaceted approach. There is no one-size-fits-all solution to gun violence. Effective strategies must address the root causes, provide opportunities for at-risk individuals, and empower communities to be part of the solution. Section 7. The call for community involvement. Amidst the debates and the search for solutions, one thing is clear. Community involvement is crucial in the fight against gun violence. Residents are not simply bystanders in this struggle, they are the most affected, and therefore have a vital role to play. Community members possess a deep understanding of the challenges facing their neighborhoods. They know the individuals and families grappling with poverty, trauma, and lack of opportunity. This knowledge is invaluable in developing effective interventions and support systems. When residents are empowered to be part of the solution, they can become agents of change. They can mentor young people, mediate conflicts, and create a culture of peace within their communities. Their voices and experiences are essential in shaping policies and programs that address the root causes of violence. Section 8. Addressing the root causes. While addressing the immediate issue of gun violence is crucial, it is equally important to acknowledge and address the underlying factors that contribute to it. Poverty, lack of opportunity, and systemic racism create an environment where violence can flourish. Investing in underserved communities is not merely a social responsibility, it is a critical component of crime prevention, creating economic opportunities, improving access to education and job training, and providing affordable housing can break the cycle of poverty and provide residents with a pathway to a brighter future. Addressing trauma is also crucial. Exposure to violence can have long-lasting effects on individuals and communities. Providing access to mental health services, trauma-informed care, and support groups can help residents heal and build resilience. Section 9. Conclusion. A long road ahead. The fight against gun violence in Richmond and cities across America is a long and arduous journey. There are no easy answers or quick fixes. It requires a sustained commitment from policymakers, law enforcement, community leaders, and residents alike. GVI may offer a potential path forward, but its success hinges on building trust, providing genuine opportunities, and addressing the root causes of violence. Community involvement is not optional, it is essential. Residents must be empowered to be part of the solution, their voices heard, and their experiences valued. The road to a safer Richmond will be paved with difficult conversations, innovative solutions, and unwavering dedication. It is a journey worth taking, for the sake of those who have lost their lives to gun violence, for those who live in fear, and for the hope of a brighter future for generations to come.